Okay, thanks for joining us, guys. Joined by TCA's Luna, Deadly, Raizins. Unfortunately, you're knocked out in the semi-final, but you've come a long way as a team. I think from a journalist perspective, I've really seen you guys progress a lot this season. You made it to the playoffs. What are your sort of reflections on how you've done throughout the split and today as well?
Okay, so I think we've done quite well today. Obviously, it's always disappointing to take a loss. Time doesn't really make much of a difference in that aspect. It's the nature of competition. So, every single loss is difficult to take. But the guys have performed not just in game, but outside of the game. They've all grown quite well. So we've been probably the longest standing for a while now. Compared to a lot of the organisations, and as you've seen in the scene, and that helps in the sense that we've got the chemistry in game and chemistry outside of the game, but there are disadvantages that brings to the table too. So when we get too comfortable, the line needs to be drawn, and sometimes we let that line go too far before we draw the line. So whereby it's nice to be playing, the trust is there, but as time goes on, it's a lot more, the relaxation can draw in, and that becomes a bit more challenging. So, but overall, I'm happy with where they've got. I would have been happy if they got further, but we've always got next split to look to. So.
Reflections from you guys?
Yeah, well, I came into this is my first split in the competitive.
I'll hang on to the mic.
Yeah, this is my first split in competitive, because I came straight out of solo queue because Raizins picked me up as an AD carry. So it's my first competitive. I only came in to improve and experience, so now at least I got that. At least that's with me.
I was going to say that actually, because you're 16 years old. You are 17 now. Okay. Last night. Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah. Happy birthday for then. So what's it like being, I'm guessing one of the youngest in the UK scene at the moment, right? Do you have extra pressure on you or anything like that, or no?
No, just came in with just to win and to improve.
Just play.
Yeah, and hopefully
the memes. Yeah. He just gets a lot of memes.
I am the product.
Mostly size jokes.
In terms of pressure, I don't think it's quite there. From an organisation standpoint, I think there's a lot of growing in terms of experience in here.
Just like Deadly,
right? But there are things where they're young. There are situations where they may take a bit of an angle where it may seem super immature or things. That happens. But I think overall, if we overreact to things like that, it's just a disadvantage for everyone. But not backing this little one, but there are things that we definitely need to grow. We need to grow as an organisation with leadership to grow that maturity and bring them to the professionalism that needs to be abide to. So yeah, I don't think age has that pressure, but there is the inexperienced side. But what he does bring to the table is the energy, the youth, the hungerness, and I think that's really good for the team.
I just want to say there's nothing wrong with being short, okay? So what's next for you guys? Is the roster going to stick together? You seem to have quite a sort of good sort of solid team play and stuff like that,
We always emphasise that we want to, whoever comes through the TCA doors, we want to take them to the next level. Whether there's a player, a staff behind the scenes, we always want to elevate their game. So right now, I think, yes, we'd like to keep as many players together, but we understand that they have a lot of opportunities that's on the table. We personally would like to see them explore those opportunities first and push the boat out with that. We welcome them back, but saying that, we will have changes involved. Whether it's going to be a bit more strict, incorporating a better structure, providing with a bit more support. We're looking to financially back that a lot better, give them a bit more freedom. So yeah, maybe a shout out to sponsors. If they're looking at this, come support our guys. It's on the rise, the scene's on the rise, and now is a good time to come in, because now you can actually follow the journey with them. Building the storyline is never the same, and now is a really good time to help. So we really want to do that in that aspect. Whether the roster will be 100% the same right now, I can't answer that. I guess you just have to keep up to our Twitter and Facebook, and we'll announce that when the time's ready.
You guys do stick together. What are your sort of predictions going into the next split, knowing that you can perform at that next level? With the top 4, what are your aims?
Number one is the goal. It's always been the goal. Every season we do something that gets better. I'm not saying I'm going to be staying on TCA for sure. I have no idea what's happening next season, but for sure, like, every player's goal is to be number one, and then you go from there. So anything less, in my mind, you can do better. So yeah, every season you get better.
That's what the experience was like as well, being on stage. This was your first time on a LAN stage, right? Second time. Of course, yeah. So, but what was that like? You've got the kind of hunger for it now, right?
I wasn't nervous. I just came on to win. That was it.
Personally, our team gets insane, epic, mad LAN buff. Like we play way better at LAN than we do online. It's like, well, to tell you the truth, in the last 2 weeks of scrims, we were 0-16. Okay, we won one game, but that team was literally breaking apart. So like, we're effectively 0-16, and the last 2 weeks of tournament games, we like bombed really hard. So we came into LAN not really expecting to, give M&M. Well, some people said, that they're not going to give us a fight, but we got our epic LAN buff. Like, TCA Deadly wasn't playing on 70 ping, so yeah, it's all good. We ended up pulling through.
Is that like a Baron buff, but it does like plus 10% morale, plus 5% skill, I don't know, something like that? Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's the, when you're online, it's so much harder to speak to your teammates one-on-one, or the coach can take someone aside. But then again, we also just have way more banter when we're here, If you sleep, eat, breathe together, that's what gaming house is for. It's kind of like the same thing on LAN. And you feel more motivated because everyone around you is motivated, and it kind of spreads. So, yeah.
And do you have a shout out? Anything else you guys want to add?
Yeah, so first of all, I'd like to thank all the players that's involved. Moaf, the coach, he's been working flat out with the team. I'd like to thank all the people that's behind the scene, working with our social media, with the graphics side. There's a lot of leadership that drives all of that and connects all of that. And above all, we'd like to thank our sponsors, Pentakill. They have a gaming centre in Birmingham. So if you're ever around that area, or if you're going by, visit their place. It's phenomenal. It's like 40-50 PC setup, upper deck, lower deck, and it's completely decorated in League of Legends stuff. So if you're a League of Legends fan, you've got to get in there. It's really cool. So thank you very much.
My last thoughts are, I think my team played pretty insane. So I was really happy with how we played at LAN. I'm a bit disappointed because the game-losing play in Game 3 ended up, the situation was that I ended up getting caught. So I'm a bit disappointed that I let my team down like that. But in the end, I thought we actually played, way better than I was expected. So yeah, and mad props to Deadly. It's his first season in ESL, so he played his mind out. And he's this child prodigy. I think he can go places if he keeps going. So, yeah.
Any final words, memes or anything?
Thank you.
Okay, thanks very much, guys. TCA, good luck in the future, and yeah, thank you. Cheers.